tonight. So I'm going on a date with my husband. And I'm sure many of you are tired too. So, all right, guys. Welcome to tonight's call. After chatting with everybody and kind of seeing where everyone was at, it kind of sounded like a few people and a lot of people were on a struggle bus, okay? And I can be honest with you, I came into this month, I hit Success Club and then I lost 2 points. So I was back down at 4 and I was like, man, I don't know if I'm going to be able to hit it this month. But then I instantly changed my mindset and I said, no, I'm going to hit it this month. I'm going to hit Success Club 10, no doubt about it. And I'm at Success Club 10 right now. So I totally know these slow months. I totally get those dips that we get in this business. If you have not read the Entrepreneur Roller Coaster, I highly recommend you guys reading that because it's an incredible book. What do you need? I don't have it. And so Entrepreneur Roller Coaster is an incredible book because you guys, I was listening to it and it's basically this business. You go up, you have some high points, and then you go low, and then you have some low points. And it's seriously a freaking roller coaster ride. And so I'm going to share with you guys some things that literally like pulls me out or pulls me off the struggle bus and really helps me to dig deep into really achieving my goals for the month. And when I set goals for the month, I don't drop my goals to lower. I set my expectations higher. So I do more work. I push harder. I give it a little bit more in those slower months. And I think that's where I see the biggest push and the biggest growth. It was when I come out of that. So, so the first thing is write down the things you feel like you are struggling with. Okay. And this is something that I do because it's good to just get it out on paper because we seem to bottle things up in our minds and we seem to like have struggles with things. Maybe you're struggling with workouts. Maybe you're struggling with your nutrition. Maybe it's hitting Success Club. Maybe it's running challenge groups. You know, maybe your challenge groups are feeling a little low. Not many participation people are in there. Maybe your energy is feeling really off. And this is something that has felt off in me is my energy. And I'm like, okay, how can I get back on course of where my energy needs to be to align with my goals and to align with where I'm wanting to go with my business and where I want to go in life. So write down those things because it's going to help you to get it out of your mind, help you to get it on paper and see it more clearly. And then you'll be able to figure out what kind of actions you need to do to take control in this. The next thing is any negative thoughts, write them down. Okay. And then find an opposite positive word for it. So say like, oh my gosh, today I'm so freaking exhausting. The opposite word for that is energized. Today I'm feeling energized. I'm feeling great. Like, let's go. Let's do this. I see Jessica like, she's all tired. You know, maybe you're emotional. Like for me lately, I've been super emotional, you know, I miss my mom and I want to talk to my mom. So I'm feeling super emotional. But the thing is I have to say, okay, I need to stop thinking about those things that are making me emotional and focus on the things that are making me happy so I can feel that happiness. You know, I'm going to see my mom again someday. You know, those kind of things bring more happiness to me. Maybe you're feeling angry. You know, I felt a lot of anger the past few months. Okay, what exactly is making me angry? You know, the fact that my mom's gone, I can't call her, you know. So those kind of things are making me angry. So I need to change it to, I'm excited because I get to talk to my dad. You know, I have my dad still. I can chat with him and see how he's doing and chat with Adam's mom and see how she's doing. So I've been changing certain things to more of a positive thing that brings more positive into my life. Because if we sit and focus on the negative things, we're going to get more negative things in our life. And then our energy is going to go off. And then everything else just seems to go down. Maybe you're having more fear. Maybe you're having fear of talking to people. Okay, change it to I'm going to have faith that these people are going to want to join me, that I can help these people, that I can make a difference in these people's lives. Once you change those kind of things, it's an amazing switch of what happens in the energy that is being circulated and being thrown your way. Okay. Number 3, listen to personal development. Like your life freaking depends on it. And I mean this, you guys, because it really does. And I can honestly tell when a coach is not reading personal development. I can tell when I'm not reading personal development. And it seriously is it makes a huge difference in how we think, what we do, what we say, and how everything flows. Because, you know, as we're filling our brains with this positive juice, it's just like exercising your muscles. Your brain is a muscle, and we have to constantly be working that muscle, and we constantly need to be nourishing it with good, positive things or things that we're struggling with. How can I overcome it? What do I need to do to change it? A few of my PD books that I really like that fit the struggle bus is The Energy Bus. If you have not read that book, I actually listened to probably 11 chapters today while I cleaned out my boys' room. I just put it on speaker, I listened and cleaned. That's an incredible book. I love Audible because I can fast forward it a little bit more. So the people, like, they talk like this, you know, they talk normal, but they're kind of talking a little bit faster, and I can get through the book a lot faster than reading it. So Energy Bus is a good one. Entrepreneur Roller Coaster, which I had mentioned. The 5-second Rule, I just finished that book today. Incredible book. This book has literally made my butt jump out of bed so many times in the mornings when I just want to lay in bed, when I just feel super depressed. You know, maybe I had an emotional night. I cried for like 2 hours and I'm just super tired. I don't want to get up. I go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I am up. I am going to go work out right now. And then I catch myself throughout the day of saying, crap, I don't feel like working out. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, get on my workout clothes. And I am doing that, and I'm making positive changes throughout my day just by adding that 5-second rule into my day. So if you're struggling with something, go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go do it. And also, you guys too, like, if things come to you for a reason, if you're like, oh, I need to reach out to so-and-so, go reach out to so-and-so, because that came to you for a reason and for a purpose, and you need to act on it. You have to go take that action. Maybe you had a thought of, oh, I should do a video on, you know, like last night I had a thought of, oh, I need to do a video on how I sleep better through the night. So I went and did a video. I did 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and I went and made a video. It was like the most pointless video, but maybe that helps somebody. I don't know. But if it comes to you, go do it. If you're struggling with doing it, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go take the action and get it done, because you're going to feel so much more better. And it seriously just takes one action to make a change in your life, a big change in your life. And you never know what it's going to be. So we just need to act upon those things that come to us. And so I really, really loved that book. The next one is The Happiness Advantage. That one's really good too. So read your personal development book every single day, even if it's 10 to 15 minutes. It doesn't have to be like 30 minutes to an hour long, just as long as you're properly listening to it, studying it, figuring out what you need to listen for that day, and then go, you know? So like I said, if you're on the struggle bus, listen to the energy bus. That's probably one of the top ones on there, because you're going to be like, whoa, light bulb. Hello, entrepreneur roller coaster as well, because it's going to make you feel a lot better and be like, okay, this is part of the process. This is how it goes. It's just not me. It's really how business is run. So number 4, what you think is what you attract. And if you are thinking, I'm never going to hit Success Club, no one's ever going to want to join me, I'm never going to lose that 10 pounds, of course you're not, because you are thinking that. You are attracting that into your life. So you instantly need to change that and say, okay, this month, no matter what, I'm going to hit Success Club 5. I'm going to help 3 people. I can do this. This is what I need to do to get there and how I'm going to get there. And, you know, I need to lose 10 pounds. So what can I change in my nutrition? Do I need to stop snacking after 7? Do I need to drink more water? Do I need to push harder in my workouts? Whatever it is, you just have to simply make that change. And you have to think positive things even when you don't want to. And the trick is as soon as you start thinking negative thoughts, you instantly change it to something positive. And this is something, and it's so easy for our brains to go back to old habits if we do not continually practice and exercise that. So you kind of have to just keep going with it, keep attracting, and keep thinking of the positive things. If you're struggling with thinking positive things, take 5 to 10 minutes out of your day and meditate. It's an incredible thing. I started doing this, and because I've been feeling a lot. I've never experienced anxiety in my life until my mom passed away. And honestly, like, my heart starts beating 100 miles an hour. I can't breathe. And it's a really hard thing to go through. So I literally have to lay down and I have to take deep breaths. And as I'm taking deep breaths, I am focusing on the positive things that are happening in my life, the positive things that are going on in my life, as to thinking of the negative things. And yeah, I'll have like sometimes, you know, emotional crying going on, but that is good. That's releasing all of the negative emotions that you're having. So you just, try meditation, because that has seriously helped me to really get thinking on the right track of where I need to go and what I need to do to have a more positive life. Number 5, patience is also a form of action. This is so true. And you guys, and I know Adam could even contest with it, like say this is true. I'm probably the most impatient person in the world. But seriously, patience is something that I really, really, really have had to work on. And we seriously have to trust the process. We have to trust the process and know that if we take the action and do our daily behaviors every single day, that it's going to lead us where we want to be with this business. And, I was just thinking, I was telling Adam the other day, I'm like, I'm feeling frustrated because, and I'm sure many of you guys can feel the same way, because you see these coaches take off and they're going crazy, 100 miles an hour. And you're like, well, I'm still stuck here. Like, what's going on? And honestly, you guys, it's the energy that you are creating, because I know it's my energy that I'm creating for myself. And I've been sitting here thinking, I'm like, okay, so making $2,000 a week has been a huge goal of mine for the past year and a half. And the thing is I believed that I could easily make $1,000 a week. I easily believed that. But for some reason, I cannot get myself to believe that I can make $2,000 a week. And I am holding myself back from even making that happen, because I'm not putting it out there. I'm not putting that energy into that amount. So I have to literally trust the process that I will get there. I will get there, but I also need to take the action and what I need to do to get there. I have to be patient. I have to trust the process. If it was easy, everyone would do this business. And you know what? I've seen so many freaking coaches give up because they're like, well, I had a crappy month and this isn't for me, because this isn't going easy for me. You guys, like, success does not come easy. And if we look at failing as part of success, then you're like, okay, this is part of the process. This is what I have to go through to get to where I want to be. We have to hit those rocks. We have to hit those bumps in the roads. If we don't grow. We don't push ourselves more. We don't learn. We don't do anything. We are stuck. We're stay in one place. And you can't be in here right now. I'm doing a call. Yes, get out, please. So trust the process. Be patient with the process. Okay. And have fun. Okay. Okay, Rock, get out and shut the door, please. Number 6, show gratitude for where you are. So be grateful for where you are. You're in a position where you are helping people change their lives. You're helping people make a difference in their lives. And I did a post, I think on Monday, and it was just basically like, be positive, think more excited, be more grateful for what you have today. There's so many times where I'm like, man, I just want to get out of this apartment, but I have to be grateful for it because, it keeps the roof over my head. It keeps me cool in the summer. It keeps me warm in the winter. And, it gives me what I need at this moment. Yes, I want more, but I have to be grateful for what I have so that God can bless me with more, right? And I think a lot of time that's hard because, we do want more, but we have to just take a second, take a step back and be grateful for what we have. And then God will bless us with more. Okay. So number 7, when things get hard, work harder. I kind of said this a little bit at the beginning, but this is so true because this is when I have really slow months, like this month, it's been really slow just because what I did in May was really nothing. And so it kind of just like hit me for June. And so, sorry. So when things get hard, I work harder. What does that mean? That means I'm doing more invites. I'm talking to more people. And that is always the first thing that I go to when I'm struggling. I go and talk to more people. And I know Carl Deichler can say the exact same thing. You need to talk to more people. I looked at Tulin, I think is her name. It's Tulin. But she's a very successful coach. She hits SC 100 plus every single month. And so I'm like, well, what is she doing? And I'm in this group with her and some other top coaches. And honestly, you guys, she's like, I am talking to a buttload of people every single day. I am building relationships with people every single day. It's not always about Beachbody. I'm constantly connecting with people. And, I was looking at her stats, like she reaches out to 100 people a day. Not saying that everybody has that crazy amount of time. Her kids are grown up, they're in school, whatever. Her husband actually has MS. I don't know if you guys seen them with the Ship Shop, but he's been doing the Ship Shop as well. So, but the thing is they're in a predicament where she has to do that. She is making that a choice, and she wants to hit high SC numbers. So, bye, have fun. So, if whatever you're doing now is not getting you to where you want to be, you have to do more. You have to work a little bit harder. And I know it's hard. It's summertime and our kids are running around like a muckus. You're working crazy hours. Like, I totally get it. But if you're wanting to achieve certain goals, you have to sometimes work a little bit harder than you did the month before because you get these slower months, and that's completely normal. So if you're doing 30 reach outs a day to people, maybe you have to try to up it to 40. Maybe you have to try to up it to 50, whatever it takes to get you to reach your goals. And if you want it bad enough, you will work for it and you will make it happen. The dips are where we learn the most, you guys. These slower months is where we learn and grow the most. And I can tell you that. I promise you, I've had so many freaking low months. And there's been a few months where I'm like, man, I don't even know if I'm going to hit Success Club. But then I instantly have to change that and say, I'm going to hit Success Club. I just need to take the action and talk to more people. I need to create better posts. And that's another thing. Not everyone sees our posts. So we have to make sure we are constantly reaching out to people and making those conversations continually flowing through. It's like a big funnel. Number 8, keeping the positive attitude even when the dips. You will be surprised how that can change your perspective of the situation and make a difference in the slower times. So when we are having awesome months, we hit SC10, we hit SC15 or SC20, we're saying, man, this is so great. Like people, I'm helping people. My challenge group is full of people. I'm feeling awesome. And then the next month you're like, oh crap, I don't have anyone. My challenge group starts Monday, you know? So what do? You start doubting yourself. You start having more fears come inside. You start feeling angry. And the thing is you have to keep that positive attitude even in those low months. Say, okay, this is okay. This is just a slower month. So this is what I'm going to do. You have to stay positive. You have to stay optimistic. You cannot get down. You cannot have fear come in your mind, because that's what's going to happen. As soon as things fall to craps, you're going to instantly start thinking negative. And that's when that's like the trick. That's why people are successful, is because when they have slow months, when things fall to crap, they think, okay, this is okay. This is what has to happen right now. And I'm going to make it through it. I'm going to make it up again. I just have to remain positive. I have to keep this good attitude. I have to have faith that everything will work out. So hopefully that makes sense to you guys, because that is like, I think I see where coaches are more like the most successful at, is when it gets those lower months, they don't fall into the trap of the doubt, fear, sadness, whatever. They stay above with the same attitude as when they have great success. Number 9, so this is like a complete gut check right now. What daily activities are you doing? Are you putting in the work to earn Success Club? To have people join you? Are you putting in the work every single day? The grind? Are you doing that? Are you doing that work? And are you being consistent at it? Are you working when you want to work? Or when it's convenient for you? Okay? Are you putting in this work? And a lot of times, I think of, okay, like I really want Team Fiercely Fit to be an elite team. But am I, as a leader, doing the work and taking the actions to get my team there? And it's always no, because I need to do more, because I'm not there. So I need to do more. I need to dig deeper. I need to push harder. And so, ask yourself more questions. Well, am I showing up on the team call? Okay, we have about 300 to 400, I don't know. I'm guessing, I don't know, I look at my downline. There's probably about 400 coaches in Team Fiercely Fit. And right now we have 6 people, well, that's including me, 6 people on this call. And, are you showing up on team calls every week? There's many times, you guys, where, I sit here and I'm like, okay, like I need to figure out what I'm going to speak about on team call. There's been many times where I'm like, well, maybe I'll just cancel team call. No, I make this a priority. This is in my schedule every single week to make it to this call. If I probably don't always have the best content, but there's other calls you can jump on to help you grow your business, to help you grow as a person, to help you to become a more successful coach. And so, ask yourself that. Am I showing up on team calls? Am I showing up in team pages? Am I stepping up as a leader on Team Fiercely Fit? And are you stepping up as a leader on your personal team? Are you being that coach you want for your team? So, these are gut-wrenching questions that you have to ask yourself. And I ask myself this all the time. Am I being that leader? Am I being there for my coaches? Am I showing up when my coaches need me? And, a lot of times I have to be truthful with myself. And, and so, just ask yourself, are you doing these things? Because honestly, there was a time where I didn't show up on Team Rocket calls, and I saw that affect my business. I saw it, help make me lose connection with a lot of my team members, and so forth. So I always then I went back on course and made an effort to jump on those calls because I knew, the time and effort that Missy was putting into those calls. And so I would make an effort to jump on and show up and be that leader for the team. So, ask yourself those kind of questions, because those questions help you to become a better leader, a better coach, and better for even your challengers as well. Are you posting in your challenge groups? Are you commenting on your challengers' posts? That is something that's always been one of my things is I post every single day how my workout went, that I drank my Shakeology in my challenge groups. And I know many of you have joined my challenge groups, and you can probably see me posting every day in there because I want to show my challengers that I'm consistent in my workouts. I'm consistent in my Shakeology. Maybe not always in my nutrition, but, we're all human. But, you kind of just have to ask yourself these questions. And you guys don't have to be perfect at them. That's not what I'm saying. You have to do this and this and this and this and this. But if you're struggling and if you're wondering, well, what can I do to be a better leader? How can I create more leaders on my team? Ask yourself, am I doing that myself? And I wouldn't be saying, you guys hit Success Club, get challengers if I wasn't doing it for myself. So, let's see. The work you do today doesn't always affect today. It affects the next month, maybe the next week, maybe 3 months from now, maybe 2 years or 3 years from now. What the work you do today will affect later on. It doesn't always affect today. And I can tell you this, I've been a coach now for 3 years. And I've had people that I've talked to over the past 3 years on and off, hey, how are you doing? Checking in. And they're just now joining me in a challenge group. 3 years of work, you guys. And so, it takes, somebody about, 10 to 16 times to be shown or given the opportunity before they even say yes. And so when you ask somebody once and they say no, don't give up on them. You keep asking them until they say, okay, you're annoying me, like bug off. That's what I do. And it really, really does make a difference, because then you can continue to build that relationship with the people, and you can continue to show them that you are consistent. And it's always the follow-up of where you get the yes. So keep that in mind as well. And you guys, this business is a lot like working out, okay? Let me take a drink of water really quick. By the way, this water has been sitting in my car, so it's like 100 degrees water. It's like tea water. Ugh. Okay. So this business is a lot like working out. Sometimes you look in the mirror and you don't see the results you are wanting, right? You sit there and you say, well, crap, looks like I haven't even been working out. Like, what is going on? And then sometimes you look in the mirror and you say, yeah, I'm getting abs. I'm getting muscle definition. I'm, doing this and that. And the thing is when you don't see the results you are wanting with your health and fitness journey, you stop. Because if you stop, you're going to continue, you're not going to get any results at all. But if you keep going, you make those small adjustments into your nutrition, pushing harder in your workouts, then you're going to continue to get results. And the process may take longer than you like, but if you continue to do it, continue to be consistent at it, continue to make those small adjustments, you're going to see those abs come in. You're going to see that muscle definition come in. It's because you did not quit that you see those kind of results. You guys, after I had Rockwell, he's my third baby. After I had him, I did a post about this today. I was stuck at 140. I was stuck at 140 for the longest time. With each of my kids, I gained 50 to 60 pounds with each of them. And, over time, you think of it, you're like, okay, you know, it took me 9 months to gain this amount of weight. And so obviously it's going to take me 9 or plus months to get this weight off because it just didn't come on like that. Right. So I was working out. I was working out every day. But then I asked Adam, I'm like, well, why in the heck am I stuck at 140? Like, this is driving me crazy. And he's like, well, Crystal, like your nutrition, you know, you're eating still at like 10 p.m. at night. What? Sure. You're still eating, you know, at 9, 10 o'clock at night. Maybe you should try cutting that out. Maybe you should try, you know, having once a week cheat meal as to every single night. And you guys, I made those small adjustments. I made those changes. I pushed harder in my workouts. I started Insanity, for crying out loud. And I literally dropped that weight. Yeah, it took me, let's see, in August, I was still about that until January when I finished Insanity. So, you know, it took me those months to get the weight off. But what if I would have stopped in August? What if I would have just said, screw it? This weight's never going to come off. I'm just going to be at 140 for the rest of my life. And I just ate what I wanted, stop working out. You guys, I would probably gain more weight. I probably would feel more tired. I'd probably feel more sluggish. I'd probably have been more depressed than I already was. You know, at that point, I didn't even feel attracting to my husband. I felt gross, you know, and I was just not comfortable with who I was. I just needed to do that. It's the same thing with our businesses, you guys. If we stop and if we quit, we always end up with that what if. What if I kept going? What if I would have just worked a little bit harder? What if I would have just reached out to 2 to 3 more people a day? Don't live with a what if. Live with, I did this. I feel awesome. You know, I'm going to keep going. And I know how freaking frustrated this business can be because I've had it in my own freaking journey, but I haven't given up. I've kept going. I keep showing up every single day. I keep putting in my work. And, you know, I'm going to get where I want to be. So hopefully that helps you guys, gets you off the struggle bus a little bit more. What, Rock? Okay, have some. Hopefully that gets you guys going, get your wheels turning, gets you pumped up, gets you excited. I kind of just want to do burpees right now, and I never want to do burpees right now. So, but you guys just take a step back and say, okay, what do I need to do? What do I need to change? How do I set myself on course again? And just set it back on course. It may just be one little change. And it always comes with that discipline. You have to have that discipline to take the action to do the things that will bring you to success. And sometimes we don't want to do those things because we're too tired. We've had a long day. Our kids are all over the place. There's a lot of reasons. But if you set that time aside for your Beachbody business, for yourself, to grow yourself, your business will grow. So, you guys have any questions? I'm sorry, my kids are like, Adam left to go coach a lacrosse game. So, they're like running a muckus and wanting boom chicka pop. Have you guys had that? Boom chicka pop? Oh my gosh.
I have some in my cupboard right now because I bought it when we went camping. Bad idea. That's the reason why I don't buy it.
Yes. I'm like, oh, it's only 70 calories. And then I eat like 10 bowls and I'm like, oh, my stomach hurts.
Yeah, this one's only 35 calories per serving. It's just the lightly salted one. But when you eat half the bag.
Yeah. 500 calories later. All right. What are you guys struggling with? Like anything I can help you with? Have a clearer vision.
I know one thing that just from listening to tonight's call, which was amazing, Crystal. It was everything that I really needed to hear right now.
Good.
Like a lot of it spoke to exactly what I was feeling, and yeah, it was just what I really needed to hear. But one thing that I know I'm not doing, and I know I need to do, and it's definitely something I'm fearful of doing, is sending those personal messages to people in my contacts and just inviting them into my group. I'm deadly fearful that I'm going to annoy people and be coming off as salesy, and in turn, like, I feel like people are going to either unfollow me, or, do you know what I mean? Like, just,
Yeah.
I'm really, really just trying to share my story and attract people to me, which seemed to work in my first month. This month,
Yes.
seemed to be working, but yeah, I'm really fearful of seeming salesy to people.
Okay. So let me ask you this. What's the worst thing that can happen if you invited somebody to join you in a challenge group? What's the absolute worst thing that could happen?
I think, like, worse than them just saying no would be for them to have the perception that I'm just reaching out because of the sale.
Okay.
Like,
yeah. And honestly, there are those type of people out there that are like that. But you know your intentions, and you know what you're worth, and you know what your purpose is. And so the question is, why would you hold that back from helping those people that want you, that need you? And for me, it really, I was so hesitant at this at first, and I was like struggling with it so much. Okay. Okay, what?
Want a cookie?
Okay, that's
Can I
fine.
have a
Sure,
cookie?
sure. Shut the door, please. My kids are just eating junk food right now. So I took a step back and said, okay, you know what? I'm here to help people. I'm here to make a difference in people's lives. And I can tell you, I've been criticized. I've been told that my muscles are too gross. I've been told that, I used to love following you. Now you're completely full of yourself and whatever. And you know what? Those people are not my people that I want to attract. Those people are not the people I want on my tribe. So you know what I do? I block and delete them because they do not deserve my attention. And this is where you kind of have to be stubborn, and you have to stand up for what you are and what your mission is. You know what your mission is. Your mission is to go out and help people. And you don't sure, you can have some of that.
No, but Karen,
Okay. And so the thing is, you don't always have to do a raw reach out, okay? You don't have to say, hey, come join me in a challenge group. I don't know if this is your kind of thing or not. Start with, hey, how are you doing? I saw that your little girl just turned 1 and you guys just celebrated a birthday party for her. Like, where did you get the decorations or whatever? Just start conversations with people that have nothing to do with Beachbody. Write their name down, and then in a week, go back and talk to them again and be like, hey, how's your summer going? I saw that you were at the swimming pool. Like, where was that pool at? It looked so much fun. I would love to take my kids there or something, And as you're starting to build these relationships with people, then it makes it easier to go back a week later and say, hey, I am getting ready to do this 30-day challenge group. I don't know if it's your kind of thing or not, but I thought of you and I thought you'd be interested in joining me. Is that something you would like to do? So that kind of takes the pressure off a little bit of just doing a raw reach out, and just building that connection with them first. So then you're not feeling so salesy, because that shows to them, okay, this is Erin, right? Erin on the phone?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, okay, Erin, she's been following me. She's been liking and commenting on my posts. And that's another thing you do too. Go like and comment on their posts for like a week or two. Have their name on a list. Go down the list and just go and comment on their stuff and show that you're interested in them. And then 2 to 3 weeks later, go invite them to a challenge group that they want to join because they've already connected with you. And that kind of takes the pressure off of you as well. But I can tell you right now, if you're so worried about, hurting people's feelings and worrying about what people are going to say, that's going to be a mind shift change that you're going to have to make with yourself to push to the next level, to get past that. Because honestly, you're just thinking those things. And it's not always the case. We're assuming things that are going to happen when they haven't even happened yet, right? And, I can tell you there's only probably like a handful of people that I've had that way, that are rude, snobby, and you don't want those people anyway. Those are the people that you want out of your life, that you don't want to bring into your life, because honestly, they will drag you down even more, and you don't need that. So that was really long, but hopefully that helped you and eased you a little bit off of that.
Yeah, for sure. That's a really good tip. Thank you.
And I will actually, what's her name? Laura Mendenhall. She does that process of reaching out, and I can go and find that process for you. I think I posted it on Team Fiercely Fit, but I can tag you in it and see if I can find because she has paper, I think a little tracker sheet and stuff that she uses too. That's
okay.
helpful.
Yeah, that'd be great. Sure. Thank you.
Yeah. Anyone else?
I have one more question if nobody else has one.
Yeah.
I'm wondering how you start to increase your following. I feel like I've kind of exhausted my contacts and kind of reaching out towards friends of friends, and how do you start attracting people who would be interested in what you're offering that you don't have any connection with at the moment?
Okay.
What are some tips or approaches that you have used that have worked?
So there's a few things. So first, I always start with my challengers, and I'll ask them, hey, so since you're joining me in this challenge group, can you think of any other friends or family that would be interested in joining us? And then that kind of gets them being like, okay, I can do this, and then they send people to you. So that's the first thing that I start with. The second thing is create content that people want to share and share on their page and tag their friends and give them permission. Be like, feel free to share this post or whatever, because a lot of people are like, well, I don't know if she wants me to share that or not. So you can say that at the bottom to get your followers to know, oh, okay, it's okay to share some of Erin's stuff. I can share her stuff. That's totally great. And as they share it, then they're going to have people coming over and checking out your page and checking out you, and then they're going to follow you. And then another thing too is I go to my friends of friends of friends of friends of friends. I go way down the list, and I will just go and add I'll easily do 5 to 20 people. And I try to get 20 new contents a week added as a new friend to my Facebook page. And that goes back to, instead of shooting them a, maybe, hey girl, thanks for accepting my friend request. If you're not comfortable with that, go write their name down and go comment on their stuff. Start liking their posts so that your content is showing up on their newsfeed as well, so they can start seeing what you're about, what you're doing. And then, shoot them a message and be like, like I said before, hey, it looks like you're having an incredible summer. Where was that hike at? It looked amazing, and then a week later, go and reach out to them again. And then by the week 3, you can totally invite them to a challenge group because they have seen your content over the past 3 weeks. They see you work out every single day. They see your transformation and they want to join you. So that's how I get a lot of new people. The next thing is Instagram, use hashtags, write yourself out in hashtags, what describes Erin, and make it known, hashtag yourself out, because that will help people that go and search for those hashtags to find you. And, make sure you're going live on all your pages. Make sure you're sharing stories so people can actually get to know Erin and know who you are, because I feel like stories tells so much about people. So that's a few ways how I build my content. I mean, you can get into more where you can pay $1 a day. That's what I started with, promoting my Facebook like page. I paid like $1 a day. So it was like only $30 a month to promote my page. So when I did that, I got about 10,000 new followers. But I mean, I'm always having people, you know, like I said, I'm always adding at least 20 new friends to my list every single week. So,
Okay. Perfect.
yeah.
All very good tips.
Yeah. And I mean, other people have other ways they do stuff too. So like, don't hesitate to share if you guys have any other ideas that you guys want to share with Erin or.
One other tip is you can, like, I know I do and I know you do, Crystal, but we all kind of get added to all these LuLaRoe groups and the lipstick, whatever group that's going on, and those kind of groups. So you can just add people from there too.
And it's all women. So it's a win-win there.
Yeah. So that's another little thing.
Okay. Sorry, what was that again? What kind of group?
So the LuLaRoe groups that you get added to without being asked.
Oh.
Or lip sync. Or
yeah. I've got like 10 right now that I'm in that I don't know where they came from.
Yeah. Even like unique groups, people just automatically add me. And don't ever be that type of person, guys. Like, adding people to your groups is the most frustrating thing. I'm like, you're going to put a red flag on me by adding me to all these freaking groups on Facebook, you know? And so, you know, ask people. And if you're doing, so I've been doing this free, so last month I did a post yesterday, a video about what I did last month. And it really helped. I ran that free group for the Beachbody on Demand. And I feel like a lot of people loved it because, one, they got to see how awesome BOD was, and they're like, I want to keep going with this. And it helps me to build that connection and that relationship with a lot of new women. And so that's a thing too. Run free groups so you can build that connection. And as you do like post about those free groups, you'll get all these new people that you just added as friends, and they'll be like, oh, add me to that. I'm interested in that. And then that gives you another way to build that relationship with them through that free group as well.
Crystal, for that BOD group that you ran for the 14 days, did you get a lot of people like speaking in the group, like being active in the group, or was it kind of silent for the first week and then the second week they kind of started and then it kind of dropped off again?
Monica, are you in that group, Monica? I think you are.
I'm not.
Oh.
No, I'm not in your group.
Okay. Janine's in that group, I know, and Teresa. So actually, I really loved the group because I would recommend you doing it with another coach or maybe 2 other coaches, because what happened is, you know, I had Janine, I had Teresa, and I had a few other coaches that were constantly posting about Shakeology, because these people, they're only having Beachbody on Demand. And so I've been running it on the Challenge Tracker app. So they see, well, I don't have Shakeology. Am I supposed to worry about that? Like, what do I do with that? You know? And I'd be like, no, like, that's totally optional for this group. But if you're interested in it, I can tell you more about it. But I had those coaches posting every day. I had those coaches commenting on, you know, people's posts and everything. The energy was incredible. People were like posting every single day. I love these workouts. I love Sean T. He's incredible. Like, it was really, really good. And I feel like too, as the coach, you have to show up too. So you have to post every day. So I was posting every day. I was even posting like how Shakeology helped me, you know, throughout the day, telling them a little bit about it. You know, people were posting about Energize, and so people were like, oh, what's Energize, you know? So it just got people thinking more, but the energy was awesome. And I would really recommend you running it with another, like 1 or 2 coaches, just to keep that energy going in the group.
Yeah, because it's just been me running with the one. So, okay, that's a good
Yeah.
idea.
Yeah. Because I find like that makes a really big difference because I mean, if you're running it by yourself, you're always like the only one commenting and posting. And it's nice when
Yeah.
you have other coaches commenting on the post too, because then it gets people more interacting, it's good.
Okay, awesome.
Anyone else?
Could you explain a little bit how you set that up for that free trial group?
Yeah.
Because it would kind of like when people enroll, then everyone would be on a different 14 days. So
Yeah.
did you run it for like 3 weeks or?
So actually what had happened, because it was my first month running it, so I was kind of just like playing it by ear of how I was going to continue on with it. So what happened is I gave myself a week to fill the group as full as possible. So in my private messages, I was inviting people to join me in the free 14-day Beachbody On Demand group with Sean Week. And so that was my invite to that group. And I'm probably going to be running these groups from now on. I'm going to start them at the beginning of the month. So by the time I hit the 15th of the month, people are purchasing challenge packs from that group. So I invited people. I did post about it. I got super excited about it. I did Instagram videos about it. And I felt really pumped up about it. So then I sent people the link. They had to select the one that was the 3887. They put in their credit card information. I explained to them it won't charge them, but they do need to cancel it before the 14 days is up or they will get charged. And so they would go to the link, sign up. As soon as they were done, they would shoot me their email address. I would see them in my back office and I would add them to the challenge tracker app. I even had a lot of people do coach switches too. So that helped, but they already had Beachbody On Demand. So that was fine. So I got them added to the group and then I just used the Sean Week post. So I kind of made it an exciting thing. Sean Week is being released this week. These are the workouts we're doing every single day. And so, everyone was like, "Oh, I love this one. Oh, I love this one." And then I was like, well, I should end the group. But everyone, like the energy was so awesome. I didn't want to end the group. I wanted to keep having people do the group. And so as I continued on in week 2, I saw people not canceling their memberships. They were purchasing memberships. They were asked, and then I did like a video and I said, okay, like there's 2 options you guys can do, or, a couple options you guys can do. You can cancel your Beachbody On Demand, or you can purchase the Beachbody All Access Challenge Pack where you can try Shakeology and accelerate your health and fitness goals. You can have Beachbody On Demand for the entire year. I explained the whole package that they would get for $160 for US. Canada is a little bit more, but I just explained that to them. And then I also emailed them asking them how they're doing constantly throughout the past 2 weeks. I would email them probably every other day, checking in with them, seeing how they're liking the group, staying connected with them. And I think that really made a big difference. And then by the end of it, I had people, they just let it go and billed them for the 3887. I had people buy it for the $99 a year, and I had people sign up as coaches. I also had people buy the challenge packs. So everyone's different. But I gave them that first full week to actually dig deep into the bod. I kept the group open. And I'm now continuing it for 30 days. And a lot of people, if they don't have Beachbody On Demand, then they're still in the group. They can still see me being consistent. I'm still going to reach out to them. But yeah, I think I just left it open for the next, 2 to 3 weeks after that first week. So I'm running it as a now 30-day challenge group, because the energy was too awesome to stop it. So you kind of run it how you want to run it. But I mean, you could be like, okay, the group is ending now. For those of you that want to continue on, I will be adding you to a new group. but I just didn't want to destroy the energy that was happening. And so I just left it open.
Okay.
If that
That's
makes
great.
sense.
Yes, it does. Thank you.
And then for like the rest of the month's post, I just use Brigida's post that I use for challenge groups. And I mean, posting about positive stuff and PD and Beachbody, you know. So.
Okay. Cool. Thank you.
Yeah. Anyone else? All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for getting on. Hopefully you guys, can take a few things from this call, apply it to your business, and it just helps you to get out of that funk. Don't let that funk ruin your junk, I guess. Just trying to be a rapper here, but you guys are awesome. And